everyone, and welcome to a Time Shifters podcast, Time Hop Edition. I'm here, as always, with my good friend and co-host, Tom. Tom, how you doing?
Not too bad.
Excellent. We've got an interesting one to talk about today. We have got the film from 2025 called The Drowned, a mystery horror film from writer-director Samuel Clemens. And yes, that is his real name.
Yeah, I kept reading that too.
He is the great-great-great-nephew of the man known as Mark Twain, and is the son of legendary screenwriter and producer Brian Clemens, who wrote for and produced the classic British sci-fi show The Avengers, its 1976 continuation The New Avengers, as well as many other television shows and films on both sides of the Atlantic. So this guy is coming with a lot of writing cred under his belt and in his history.
Very much.
The Drowned main cast is Alan Colton, Michelangelo Fortuzzi, and Dominic Vulliani. In the film, Eric, Paul, and Matt, a trio of thieves, after making off with a priceless painting, rendezvous at a secluded beach house to meet the fourth member of their team, Denise. Eric arrives, but can find no signs of Denise except for the painting still in its package lying on the beach near what looks like a trail of blood. Loyalties are spread thin between the three as they settle in, and their wits are spread even thinner when they all experience a strange moment of lost time. Is one of the thieves responsible for the mysterious happenings, or is there a malevolent force lurking beneath the surface of the sea? I kind of was interested in watching this one because it was just kind of marketed as this sort of psychological creature feature.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm always up for a creature feature. This is a film that I think it's very difficult to kind of describe in like a few words to try to put on a poster.
Oh, well, it's definitely hard to describe. It's not quite a creature feature like one would think of.
No.
The thing that I found striking from when we were provided the screener information and it hung to is just, it mentioned Greek mythology, and this is definitely a siren's tale. That is our creature, not that it's clear. It is and it isn't clear who or what the sirens are. They don't ever quite look monstrous in any stretch, but you get the point as the movie progresses.
Don't want to give too much away.
No.
I'm not even sure if you could. I think you could probably explain this entire film and still not truly convey what it is. This film gave me a little bit of the same vibes when we watched The Moor.
Yes.
Yeah, where it was the not sure what's going on. It's never going to be truly explained. And when you leave the film, you're no wiser than when you went in.
And much like The Moor, the setting really does kind of set a tone because it is a very peculiar place. It is a fairly modern looking house sitting in what appears to be a field, more or less, of gravel all the way up to the waterfront. So as a beach, it's not an inviting beach.
It is not the sandy beach that we know here in the States.
No, not at all. And I'm not entirely... I didn't look into where they shot this, but I would be curious where exactly that was.
I did look it up. I don't have it right in front of me. It is in the UK. It does not look like that. They played around with a little bit of digital trickery because that home is not as secluded as it appears in all the shots that you see it.
Right, yeah, because it appears like it's the only thing that's there. Actually, I did pull up filming locations. You get mostly Kent, England.
Yes, thank you. That's it.
The film trickery thing would be interesting because I'd love to see what the actual setting looks like compared to how they narrowed it down to this view.
they have an almost exact address on IMDb, and I put that into Google Maps to get a satellite view, and that's where I was like, well, that house has like all these other little buildings next to it. There's a house right over here. There's a street right out front. It's literally like in a neighborhood.
Right, and this thing doesn't look like that at all. It looks like it's the only structure for probably 10 miles in any direction.
Exactly, but I'm looking at the Google satellite, but it's like, I recognize the house. It's there. I recognize the shape, but I don't remember that or that or that. So no, they did a really nice job of making it look like it was the only thing within possibly dozens, if not hundreds of miles.
Yeah, like we were talking about, the setting is everything, and they were very effective with the use of that. This film also sits into that category of, it feels like it's my weird relationship with what people call art films. You're trying to convey a thing, and you're trying to do it in a way where you're trying to elevate it, bring it to a more intellectual level, and it feels forced.
Interesting.
So while I'm watching this, I'm like, you're still essentially just a horror film, but you're trying to give me this more ethereal feel, and I don't know that you're not 100% there. Like the music, since this is a Siren's Tale, anyway, the music is very much in line with that as a theory, because it's all that very lofty, high-pitched woman's voice. Oh, the problem is it's relentless. It's like throughout the entire thing, no matter whether or not anything of significance is going on, and you're like, please shut up, please. Just let's watch the dialogue or something.
I think one of us, if not both of us, brought this up when we watched The Moor, and it's the build-up, and I enjoy the build-up of, you said it, ethereal and the mysterious, and things that are suddenly there and appear, when someone sees that someone tried to hide, but suddenly it's in the middle of the hallway when someone else sees it, but then it's gone a couple scenes later, and there's no sign it was ever there, and it's all this, what in the world is going on? And in the end, it's the fact that none of that gets anything that you would consider a payoff.
Right.
It doesn't sit well with me.
Yeah, and in this particular case, one of the things that was off-putting, without giving anything away, there are not a lot of people in this, and there's not a problem with that. However, when we introduce something horrific that has happened, we will get what appears to be blood-soaked organs left in various things. It's never clear where those come from. Because they show up even whether or not somebody has gone missing. And I'm like, where is that all coming from? Because at one point there is some of that visible, and nobody has gone missing, nothing has happened to anybody. They're having their moments, those lapses in time, but you can't. It's like, I'm not sure what I'm watching at this stage.
I think you might be mistaken on that. I think
Maybe.
when the viscera and everything starts showing up, someone has disappeared from the picture. We don't know what's happened to them.
Right.
But they are not around. And so we don't see what happens necessarily to everyone. But no, I think by the time when things like that start showing up, someone has disappeared.
I'd probably have to go back and rewatch to see if I could pair that up, because I could have swore there was some stuff early before our primary trio, before things start happening with them. I could have swore there was more of that entrail kind of stuff before they had actually started breaking apart, because There are also others that are in this that are clearly
Yeah, it might get a little fuzzy right there when the other trio is introduced,
right.
and then things happen, and that might be where it starts getting fuzzy as far as whether anyone's really gone missing,
Right.
or not. No, I think it was a really intriguing film. I mean, I did like everything that they were piling on, and all the mystery, and the is it ghostly? Is it sirens? Is it, we don't know what it is. I really like that. It's just, in the end, I wanted
You wanted a little
something. I just wanted something.
Well, yeah, and this is one of those movies where the end is the beginning. So without giving anything away, in that you get some more of the story, and I think the payoff is to see the piece of art that has been stolen, and that's the entire reason for that last little segment, and even that doesn't entirely feel like a payoff.
I could easily see where someone would watch this film and completely disagree with me and think that this is exactly the way a film like this should
Sure.
end. I'm trying to remember. I should have gone back and listened to a review of the more, because I remember bringing that subject coming up at some point. And I don't remember, like, did I like it then? Did I think that was cool? Or did I
Right.
have an issue with it then as well? I don't know if it's just this time maybe it's just the right mood when you're watching the film, or what, but
Now, I am going to bring up something that does kind of make it worth watching, the whole thing. Regardless of how you take how this is, there's one standout scene, and it's kind of toward the end. One of our trio who has at least latched on to, okay, stuff happens to us when we go into our time lapse. We get relocated. Things are either happening to us or to someone else. But we're not remembering it. All we're getting is flashes of our own memories, more or less, as we go through this. And they are being tortured by their various memories as they go through this process. But the one guy, he figures out, okay, my best chance for making this through is if I lash myself to one of the posts outside on the porch or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
He's got that. He's got the painting. This is how he thinks he's going to ride out the whole thing. And the way they portray how what is happening to him is still trying to get him, even though he's tried to outsmart it. The way that he moves his body, the way that they set off the sound, the intensity of that. Every time he gets a chance to relax and he thinks he's through that one moment, then tugs at him again. That was an impressive sequence. That I was all in that moment. I'm like, oh my God. This is
that was
cool.
that was brilliant. That was really good. Yeah, that was like the captain lashing himself to the wheel to try to ride out the storm of the ship.
Yes.
On a ship, yeah.
Yeah. This is essentially playing out some of the old Sea Tale kind of thing, and you got to figure that's kind of what's even in his head. Like, how would have anybody gotten through this? So he gave it a shot. It didn't work out. But then even when you get past that, you get more of artistic moment, a kind of how you think, if this is the creatures and all that, this is their end goal, is the old siren concept to lure you to sea, and that's how you're going to end. And they had a moment like that was actually a little more, it was almost soothing, his end in this particular case. So
yeah.
I thought that was all cool, but everything around it is a little chaotic.
Yeah. No, I found it really interesting, and there's so many analogies you could attach to this film. The like I was saying, the sea captain lashing himself to the wheel, or even continue on the maritime kind of thing. The idea that this is like a almost a telling of like the Mary Celeste or something like that. Any of those mysteries where we don't know what happened, but the ship, because this is what the house is fine. Everything's in place. Nothing's torn asunder. And no, everyone's gone. That gets the hair on the back of your neck to stand up sometimes. So, yeah, no, I get it. If that's what they're going for, then that did a fantastic, then, yeah, good on you. I mean, that was brilliant.
Yeah, no, either way, no matter how you slice it, it's worth a watch.
Oh, absolutely.
But I mean, it has some chaos to it too, because you have the art thievery component to that, and they find ways to move that little plot line along while they're also moving the horror plot line along, while still finding time to put in like a childish 20-something thing. The two truths, one lie moment when we have the two sets of trios together.
Yeah.
This was starting to smack of another movie we watched that was just did nothing, went nowhere.
Yeah, the something, the game, or the something game. Yeah, I don't remember what it was. That I felt like went on a little too long, and I'm not entirely sure was entirely necessary. It gave us a little bit of insight into the men, but was it insight that actually was it important for us to know?
And when you finally realize who everyone is, who all the players are in this, it's tantamount to why? Because essentially, the only analogy I could come up with for this scenario without giving too much away is it's essentially playing with your food.
Maybe a little bit.
So take from that what you will and then go enjoy.
So it is not a perfect film. I think it has its little bit of flaws and everything, but it is not anything. The flaws aren't detrimental. No. I think the pluses far outweigh any minuses. Yes, the little truth and lie game goes on a little too long. There's many shots. While they were great shots, it definitely kind of started feeling like I paid for this drone. I'm gonna use this drone. And actually, now that I know how much they had to digitally kind of remaster those drone shots, maybe I agree.
No. But yeah, like the acting was
fantastic. Actually,
was really good. It just story's a little much, but if it is what we think they were going for, they still did a pretty good job.
Absolutely. No, acting was really good. And even the Samuel Clemens, the writer, he wrote intelligent characters, which is refreshing as all get out from some of the films we've seen. Even some of the films we've seen that we've liked, not all the characters are real people.
Right.
These all felt like they were indeed, these could be people that you would run into. These could be people that you'd talk to. These are people that exist.
The fact that they did a great job with the fact that, despite the fact that this also is supposed to start with an art thievery scheme, we kind of got into what essentially always is the undoing of any group of thieves, is that they're all human beings and they all have their own little quirks.
Yeah.
And it was clear that all three of these guys that we got to meet were quirky.
Oh, very much. Yeah, so we both, I think, recommend going and checking out The Drowned. It is available in the UK and North America on various streaming services. It has been released as of this date. So go and check that film out. We'll be back in a week with a full episode. Until then, thank you very much for listening. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
See ya.